Alrighty then. Alright, so we have to go to the top of the tower. But I also want to go finish... I want to finish the Weeping Isle. Excuse me. One more treasure on this place. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you, time. Dude, it's so frustrating. Whenever I go live using the restream, it clears out my category. Always. I can't set it from within OBS, and if I have it set, it'll remove it. It's lame. Hey, it's going really good. It's going really good. We're near the end of this, so very excited to play the second one. Oh, you said it on the Restream website? Gotcha. Okay, so the plugin thing they have for OBS doesn't work. I guess I'll just open up the Restream website and do it from there. I also feel like I don't quite understand how it works on YouTube, because it's like it generates a live feed, but then it like doesn't have all the details in it like I expect. Here, we're gonna equip... Actually, no, Banishing Bell's fine. I don't know if it really helps with the... with whack, but we'll try it. On YouTube, you gotta go in and manually edit it. I was using Restream until about a month ago when they went down for a while, and now I just stream to both manually. How do you stream to both manually? Can you do that directly from OBS? Or do you have to use, like, 2 instances of OBS? Because, yeah, I'd rather just handle it myself. I mean, it does put more load on your PC, right? Because you're using double the video card power, double the processing power. Okay, okay, cool. I may look into that. Oh, because once it encodes it, it just sends it to 2 different places. So the only load would be your upload. You'd have double the upload. But processing power is all encoded once. Got it. That makes sense. If you're using the same settings, it would just reuse the same upload or the same video feed. Got it. That's fantastic, man. How's the job going? I know you were in like orientation, but now are you in actual training? How's that all going, man?
Found the spot where it should be.
It's a lot to learn, I bet. I bet, dude. A year? Damn. That's cool though. Are you I know during training it's usually not as nuts, but do you feel like you will be, if you're not already, like busy enough that like the days are just going to fly by? I could imagine it just being really busy, and before you know it your days are over. That's like the best kind of job. Yeah, see, that's the best. It's like, you know, you're making money, and it's just you don't even realize it because you're just working so much. Sometimes I wish that my job was kind of like that. Right now, my job's pretty lax, and as long as I get my stuff done, I can work kind of whenever I want. And sometimes I wish it was a little stricter, and because I find myself, you know, going off on tangents and, you know, browsing, looking at some story about a video game or, you know, event in the world or whatever.
I did it last night.
Boo, 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 boo. I'm glad that I am no longer scared of any of these creatures. So do you have to learn about like diagnosis codes and billing codes and all that stuff too, like ICD-9s, ICD-10s, and CPTs? It was like a TV show? That's wild. Oh, that's cool. Some of these I'm gonna have like no idea, absolutely no idea where anything is. You haven't heard it mentioned yet? Okay.
Not today.
I only know that stuff because I worked in healthcare for a while on the software side. I had to build lab software and practice management software. And so I had to know a little bit about that stuff. I didn't have to like memorize the codes or anything like they do, but I had to build systems that handled those codes. Yeah, I was in healthcare from like 2000, probably 2004-ish to 2013, so almost 10 years. $104 points of damage, damn. And then in 2013 is when I quit and Went into video games. Boo, boo. Is this back on the same? Yeah. Oh, I bet they do. That's awesome. Especially with, like, freaking premiums going up. I'm expecting my monthly premium to double.
Is there a way to get back to
I'm not excited about that. Since I'm self-employed, I go through the, you know, like the Obamacare stuff. I have, like, the state website that we do our insurance through. I don't have a company to help out. All right, it's not here.
Has that button always been there? Like traces?
9 treasures left on this floor. Holy cow, dude.
Waypoints and stuff. They're usually close
Without a job, it's been free, but with this job, it's going to be like $67 a paycheck with no deductible or out of pocket. Small copay. Ooh, nice. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Da 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 da.
80% increase lightning damage. There's also
Yeah.
gain
It's
of power.
good stuff. You get taken care of usually on the, at least on the benefit side.
Oh yeah, this one is oh, here's 80% increased armor.
Ba, 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 ba. Just one, it's that treasure chest, so I don't need to worry about anything else here. It's the one that has like 9. Yeah, I can understand that for sure. Sales, I tried sales for a while, and it was like web sales, and it made me sick to my stomach. I can't do sales. I also worked for cell phones for a while, and while I wasn't on the sales team, I was in the save team, where if people called to like cancel, you tried to get them to stay. And the tactics in which you're allowed to use to try to get them to stay, I never really liked it, because I wanted to be like blatantly honest with them, and I felt like I had to like bend the truth a bit. And I didn't like that feeling. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Exactly. Like, you have to take all emotion out of it, and, like... The only time we were allowed to, like, just completely accept their deactivation of their cell phone is if it was because somebody died. Like, we weren't supposed to try to sell. They said you can if you want, but you don't need to. We won't dock you. And I'm like, what? I was like, what? What? Yeah, so I never did well at that. I never did well at that. That is Erdrick's shield. Oh, sick. So... The shield once wielded by Erdrick, hero of legend, bestows various effects upon those who wield it. So it's not as strong as the ogre shield, but I think it reduces the amount of damage taken from all kinds of spells and breath attacks when equipped. The item does not appear to be cursed. Equip away. Okay, so it helps with breath attacks, which is good, because I like the dragon shield for that reason. But in general, it's less defense.
It's not hard. It's not terrible.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. All right, I think that was it for this area. We got everything in this area. All right, good. So this map no longer has any treasure I'm looking for. Let's go to the other one. It has like 9. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, that did over 100 damage last time. That only did 71. So maybe it helps with like 30%. That's not inconsequential. All right, so we have Erdrick's armor and Erdrick's shield. Now we just need Erdrick's helmet and the sword. Oh, I didn't put it in here. Oh well. Very surprised. Jim Carrey induction Soundgarden to the Rock and Roll. Is that Hall of Fame? I wonder why Jim Carrey. I mean, I love myself some Jim Carrey. Yeah, maybe. Something I did not know about Jim Carrey, if that's true. We used to, in high school, that's when, like, when I was in high school is when, like, Ace Ventura and, like, Dumb and Dumber and Cable Guy all came out. And we had, our lockers were just, like, covered with, like, Jim Carrey images. We loved all his movies. Did he just throw milk all over me? He really was. My hope is that it's all a bunch of pots, and it's really easy to get them all. I do not want to have to scour every inch of this place. I shield. It's a mimic.
Thou shalt not escape. Not today.
Not fair, they get 2 attacks.
Re-heal. More heal.
Oh, nice. All right, one more. Oh, come on. All right, maybe one more. All right, maybe one more.
More heal.
Yeah. I love when it goes nuts because of my sigil. Finally, jeez. Sage's Elixir. A rousing ring. A rabbit tail. Do 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 do. Set of garish garb. Pirate King's pendant. Ooh, is that better than... No, it's the same one I had before. I thought it was a different pirate. Dude, none of this is good. Not even a single freaking mini medal. No more treasures. Alright, so we got everything on this level. Everything on that level. Everything on that level. So I think we got everything in here. Alright, I think we need to go just basically everywhere. I don't think there were any locked doors in Erdrick's Hollow, but we're going to go check anyway. I just want to be 100% sure. No more treasure. We can also not waste our time fighting people, so. All right, so we got everything in here. Let's go ahead and just go to the next place then. Wayfarer's Chapel. We're just gonna go through every place one by one. Double check for locked doors and items. We already know we need to go back into Galenholm. And we need to go back into the Shrine of Rain. So we'll come back to those in a minute. We've already done this. I think I did Nameless Ruins, but we'll double check. Oh, you're still here? Felt like there was at least one other place that had a locked door that we needed to get to. Dun 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 dun. All right, I think that was it. Pretty sure we looked at coal. Now we're just on the hunt for mini metals. We need 8 more. Oh. What am I doing? I think we go all the way down. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here, so we're good. Remule door. Can't remember if there was a locked door. One more. There's just one more. Hey, have a good rest of your day, Time Rocker. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate it, man. Boy, I hope it's a mini metal. No.
This one?
Da-da-dum-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so it is outside. Maybe it's the back way? Or maybe it's over here. Oh, Roderick, where art thou? I'm guessing it's over here, man. Arrow Dash! Not really sure what time it is anymore. No, I get it, dude. My marathon is going really well. I decided not to do the full 24 hours, but break it into 2 days. And I think that's helpful. We raised almost $1,000 yesterday and $50 so far today. It's going really good. It's going real good. How about you? Are you doing yours this weekend? Or maybe next weekend? I'm going to do mine next weekend also, just not quite as many hours. We're doing, yeah. Oh, there we go. Roderick. All right, so we got everything there. That was just 165 gold. Lame. Oh yeah, that's right. You were at Unlocked. How was that? I feel like there might have been a locked door in the Cave of Dwarves, so let's go check that out too. I feel like, was there one down the well? It was different than last year, but good. Hoping they do another United or something next year. Yeah, I want them to bring it back in a, you know, like a full United way. I understand, but I was bummed that I wasn't able to go. I would have loved to have gone. I guess not. I really thought there was a door. Yeah, last year was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Oh, I think there's also a mimic in here that I never beat. One treasure left on this floor. Yep, that's the mimic. Okay. So I probably asked some of these questions, but figure since it's game day, I'll ask again. How did you hear about Extra Life? So I heard about Extra Life through X-Play on G4 TV. I was watching X-Play, Adam and I never remember her name. And I think G4 had a team for Extra Life. Morgan, yeah, Adam and Morgan. So I think my first year for Extra Life, I think I joined their team, the G4 team. And that was in What do we say? 14 years, so that was in 2011? Since this is my 14th year? You're on 15, right? I think you're a year or two ahead of me, aren't you? But yeah, that's how I heard about it. And then at the time, my friends Ryan and Amy had their son Joel, who was fighting brain cancer, and we were making that dragon cancer. Or not we. I didn't start helping them until 2013, but they were starting to make that dragon cancer. And so that was my reason to want to fundraise for Children's Hospital. Oh yeah, there's one door. Okay, good. So yeah, that's what got me into it. Their son is my my reason for originally starting. And then I've just kept doing it. Because he passed away in 2015. A favorite memory of doing Extra Life. I won't use last year's United. I would absolutely say last year's United. But I want to think of something that's a little... maybe a little more... maybe a little more personal. I feel like there's been a couple times where I've been able to play with, like, hospital champions. And so that's always been really, really cool. The kind of the coolest, like, donation-related thing is in 2017, I think. Pretty sure it was 2017. I got a random $2,500 donation on New Year's Eve. And it was from Scott Clausen, the Five Nights at Freddy's creator. I guess that year, I had found out later that, like, that year, I guess he was randomly donating to different Extra Lifers. So there was a few Extra Lifers that got it, and somehow I got it. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yesterday, I got a $500 anonymous donation. I have no idea who it's from. I think those are always fun. There's the mini medals I was looking for. All right, I need 7 more. In order to get everything, I need 7 more. I think that's everything in here. Did we ever find that last one in Damdara? I don't think we did. Now seems like a decent time to go. Yep, just one more treasure in here. I feel like I have searched legit everywhere. There's got to be like one, maybe little nook. One little nook or cranny that I have not seen. Zero in there. We got all of those. What's something you tell someone about why they may want an extra life? So in addition to just like doing good, you know, raising money for kids, which is always an awesome thing. It's kind of an excuse to play games, right? And it's a good excuse, and most people won't like kind of give you crap about it. Like a lot of times you might get a little bit of pushback on people when you're like, yeah, we're going to play some games. But if you could say, hey, we're playing games and raising money for children, it tends to land a little differently. And so I use it as a good excuse. Like, hey, every year I do, or even a couple times a year, I do these marathons. And nobody balks. In fact, I get a lot of support. And throughout the year, when I do my streams are always kind of for Extra Life. Like I'm always posting about it, and that's kind of my thing. But for me, it's like planned gaming time. It's scheduled gaming time. And if I don't schedule my gaming time, one, I won't do it. I won't get it in. And two, my wife likes that I have like schedules, and she knows when I'm busy and when I'm not, and it just helps in my life. And it's not that like she has to like let me do it. In fact, she will even say, she's like, I'm not letting you do it. Like, you're going to do it because you want to do it. But it's just nice to be considerate and to let the people in your life know what's going on. And it works. Works for me. May not work for everybody, but it absolutely works for me. So it's a little bonus that Extra Life gives me, in that I can kind of plan my game time around it all. Yeah, no problem. I love talking about it. I love talking about it. Because if any little nuggets of info we can share with each other help people, then awesome. Let's freaking go, you know? Dude, I might look this up because this is very frustrating. Like, I've gone every single place I can think of. Yeah, I already did all this. I went like everywhere. It's just something that's not obvious that I'm missing. Yeah, especially for those who haven't done it before. Because a lot of people have, you know, they have misconceptions about what it is. You know, I get questions sometimes. People are like, oh, do I have to, you know, do I have to stream? Do I have to do 24 hours in one day? Do I have to? There's all these kind of misnomers. And I understand, like, the Extra Life Week is kind of a way for them to get away from some of the assumptions, right? And let people have the freedom, which I think is great, because, I mean, I've always known you could do it whenever. Like, nobody's watching you and making sure that you're doing it right or wrong or whatever. So I've always known that you can do whatever you want for game day. Whoops, dang it. All right, I think I'm going to look this up because I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time finding it. And it's not that big a deal. Padfoot scroll. We learned Padfoot. Now, what does Padfoot do? Allows the user and any companions to travel undetected by monsters for a short while. Oh, that's like undetected by all monsters, I think. That's pretty cool. All right, so we found that. That's good. We already went there. Did we get everything in the Weirdwood? Let's double check. I think we did. No more treasures here. Let's go to the second area. Do 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 do. Doesn't look like there's anything left here either. It would be cool if I could swing the camera around. Sage's elixir. A seed of stamina. Okay, I think that was it. Those were the only two. Yeah. And then there was... I think there's something in the well. Yeah, there was a treasure chest down here. Mask of Implacability. Whoa! Protects the wearer far better than any other mask, but does require them to put up with an inconvenient curse. let's take a look at what this curse is. This is a helmet. It dramatically increases defense when equipped, but also keeps the wearer in a permanent state of confusion. Ugh. Son of a... Son of a... Man, that's such good defense. I wish there was a way to uncurse items. That would be crazy and cool. Oh. Ooh, we never went down here. Not since we got Erdrick's armor. There's supposed to be something in the swamp, right? See, in the original game, there was a, Erdrick's, something was down here, like Erdrick's token or something, or... There are 2 treasures here. A pouch of twitching powder. Dost thou long to be as Edric, the hero of legend? A kindred spirit, I am presently strengthening myself in the hope that I might learn the techniques that made Erdrick such a fearsome warrior. To name but a few, there is a lightning slash and a gust slash, both skills which imbue one's blade with mighty magic. Then there are techniques more defensive in nature, such as defending champion. These are all said to have been used by the hero of legend. What I would not sacrifice to learn them myself. I already know them all. There's one more item here. My guess is that it's a mini metal. I really hope it is. There it is. Oh, it's a barrel with 8,000 gold in it. Ah, where are these last mini metals? I must have them. Prayer ring. The rest of the day? Right now, my goal is to try to beat this. I have 4 hours. And then I'm going bowling. So I'm doing bowling for kids tonight from 6 to 9. Trying to get people to donate $1 per strike that I bowl. And then I will donate $1 per open frame that I leave over 3 games. I'm doing it this Sunday and next Sunday. I call it bowling for kids. Hashtag bowling for kids. And then I got to pick up my wife and youngest from the airport because they went to Dallas for a dance competition and convention. Hopefully their flight doesn't get canceled. There were a lot of flights being canceled over the weekend, so hopefully it doesn't get canceled or postponed. Or they may be renting a car and driving. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, the more creative, the better, right? Can pretty much turn any game into a way to fundraise. Did I already come up here? Yeah, that's Cantlin. Let's go to it anyway. Since we're on our way. Yeah, I think I already explored this whole area looking for glowy things. Oh, you're getting snow up there? We haven't even had our first snow yet. I think it's like... I don't know if we set a record, but it's like one of the longest periods of time without snow in Colorado history. And mainly like the Front Range, like Denver. The mountains have gotten snow, but Denver has not. You had a light dusting, but there's talking about this might be one of our worst winters in years. I wonder if we'll get some of that. I honestly wouldn't mind if we did. All right, I think I really did get everything in Cantlin. Ooh, if it's not my good friend Sir Mr., a pleasure as always. If the records of times past are to be believed, both Galen and the Golden Voice and mighty Erdrick spent time here in Cantlin. Then, too, the world was threatened by a great evil. Much of Galen's work concerned those times, the hero of legend, and the people of this town. Wherefore did he write of such things, thou askest? Well, why, because 'twould surely have been impossible to not to. Certain records also suggest that he did hide the Lyre of Ire back in our ancestral home, that a careless strum might not summon the fearsome fiends known to roam whereabouts. Perhaps I too should return to Galenholm. Its people must surely be pining for the return of their best beloved bard. I have a fancy now and then to visit the humble town whence I first set forth on my travels. Fair Galenholm, surely feel it the lack of its most gifted son. Okay, so maybe I meet him in Galenholm. And then I can tell him that I have the lyre, and then he'll be happy? Maybe? Oh, I thought there was a chest that I couldn't unlock. Somewhere. All right, let's go in every house real quick just to double check, because I thought there was maybe a locked chest or something. Yep, there was one. It was right here. And it's a mini medal. Okay, cool. I think I only need 6 now. We're getting close. We're getting so close. So close to having all of them. Deposit. We have 56,000 gold. La 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 la. All right. I think we got everything in here. I'm feeling pretty good about it. All right, now I'm thinking maybe we go back to Galenholm and finish off this dungeon. Da 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 da. We'll just double check. I'm glad they gave us this spell. Because I mean, as crazy as the world is, packed with different treasures all over the place, it's nice to have a somewhat quick way to at least know that, hey, there's nothing left here. So you don't need to keep looking. But they don't tell you where it is. They just tell you that there is something here. Which is nice. I should probably go to stay at the inn real quick. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-ra. I think we're at 22 hours now. 22 and a half.